to agree with you. I think it's going to be in a B hold. They're going to hold up on towards the alleyway and then rotate on over towards A, but it depends if they get kills. See what goes on.
Well, it seems they are posturing towards B for the moment. And we found ourselves here. Wow, that is a very aggressive push.
It'll be huge and over-aggressive. It's going to be SDK making up for past aggression. He's going to be able to pick up a couple. He's going to be in a difficult spot. Eventually going to get found. Afro picks up 2 for 1. JL gets a kill, but Trade's going to be coming through. Lucky's going to be in a 1v1 moment. Bro is alive and awake. He was one of the heavy carries in that previous match. He's going to be looking to see if he can bring this out for his team, and he can. He shuts them down. Picks up that first round, Sam, and I'm pretty happy with that, especially with how aggressive HEET were playing.
Yeah, and you know what? This is definitely what Mad Lions needed at the very least. I think that, you know, we talk about HEET being aggressive on that round, and I think that that actually works against them a little bit. Mad Lions, they have the time to regroup a little bit. They somehow managed to hold their own quite nicely on the site, while HEET are attempting to overrun them, and they maintain their composure. But what? Yes.
Fair enough. You know what? They just didn't even want to play that round. They're like, yeah, screw it. We just want guns. We don't have to mess around and waste time. We've got a reservation later, so we want to get the guns and shut you down very early. So fair enough. You know, I can get it.
Yeah, you know what? We take that. So as you mentioned, now HEET are going to have guns. So at least they've got that little bit of extra firepower going for them. A nice little bit of map control here as well. See if they can garner some information. A lot of util getting chucked very early from Mad Lions, though. They're expecting another aggressive push. They've used almost everything they have in the tank, and HEET are just chilling. This could work out really well for them.
Yeah, I might be able to do this. HEET. The exercise, looking to peek out here with Body. The flash is going to be coming out from Buzz. He's only got a Famis. Afro is going to be able to find one on toward 2K. No time for him to wake up. It's going to be down to Body, though. But he can't quite make the bullets land. Buzz, 25 bullets with that Famis. He managed to take down both of them. That is absolutely fantastic. He's starting to wake up himself. That was his first 2 kills, but that was desperately needed. Now we've got last 3 players left alive on HEET. They want to take this bonus round from the side of Mad Lions. So you've got a 3-round last round as well. They'll just tried rushing in towards mid, a little bit of a YOLO play, and they got swatted down. I think probably one of the quickest rounds I've ever seen in CSGO's history.
What is interesting here is this rotation that's come out from Mad Lions, because they're expecting a possible rotation over from A, not realizing that HEET are already on B. Now, of course, it will be quite evident, and there's a pincer to come in here.
Interesting play. It's going to be Lucky going to get the plant down. No one's at the wall bang it. Not yet. Afro takes down Buzz. That's the pincer movement there. Not going to be working at all. Now they can only fight from one side, and it is notoriously hard to be able to get through to the spot. If Joker can make this work, but he doesn't. He falls. He's going to get swatted to the side. So is JL, and now it's going to be Lucky. He's in a wall bangable position for this bomb. He goes in for the spray. He misses the shot. He's going to have to reload. They're going to body him. He didn't reload his gun, so he didn't even have the full amount of bullets.
Oh, Joker, unfortunately, a little premature with his shots tucked away in that cubby, and unfortunately, he gets punished for it, and that means that HEET lose what little advantage they had available to them, and unfortunately, just not able to hold on to a post-plant. A rough round for HEET. It looked like one that they possibly could have come away with, but now forced back down onto upgraded pistols. Mad Lions firmly in control here, and this is exactly what we needed to see from them.
Be Roar 2K waking up. He gets the kill onto exercise. He's going to be looking to back off. The Emperor is going to be backing him up here. AK in hand, starts to reload though. JL's going to get flashed out, loses his head, but the trade comes through. Roar 2K looking for his 3rd kill here. He knows there's a gun. Smoke comes out. AK is going to get recovered. Body's going to be able to try and back off here, but takes a grenade to the face. What is problems there. Team Bro is going to be in a decent place with this smoke. If they peek in, he's going to have advantage on them. Unless they decide to pre-fire this position. It is going to get spotted. Lucky's going to have to back off though. No util to break in there. Afro does have a flash. That's not going to be enough for them to go in towards Jaguar there.
They've had to slow down their pace so much, but they've somewhat stagnated as well. They're trying to see if they can maybe pull a little bit more over to B, but if they wait too long, this could be a fairly simple read for Mad Lions. They're actually sending reinforcements to B. That's surprising. Oh, no, it's just a flash. All right, fair enough.
This wraparound could work out well. Not anymore, though. Buzz is going to catch him off guard. And that's going to be an easy 3K piece for him. That's why 2K picks up the other 2 kills earlier in the round.
Yeah, I suppose that was more or less to be expected for Heat, given what they had in that round. They do manage to get 1 kill, so yeah, at least they got that going for them, but not quite enough to put much of a dent in Mad Lions' economy. They're looking a lot more coordinated, I suppose, than what we saw on the previous map, so really good to see them start to step up a little bit here, particularly, you know, Warrior 2K, but it's really Buzz who seems to be, well, the buzz of this team.
He's just buzzing around, mate, having fun. Rory does hear the footsteps coming over towards their site. He's going to be able to take down one. Buzz onto Afro. That is going to be a painful entrance for this team. They've not managed to find a trade. That smoke is going to be completely useless, but Exodus is going to be backing it up with a second one here. They'll try and get the bomb down, but it's not going to get a chance. Buzz takes the shots through the smoke, gets the kill, and now, Body, you have to hit those shots, but unfortunately, he's going to get cut off, and the tunnel player is going to kill him. Joko, here's a player next to him. He's going to be trying to get this kill, and he makes it work for him, but there's going to be a whole number of players coming up from behind. He takes down the AWP player, but Buzz is still alive and awake. It's 4K in a full buy round of all things.
What do you suppose the chances are we wind up with 2 007 players?
Oh, wow, I just noticed that. Exercise and Body? I mean, with those two players not being awake, this is their map. What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, this is not good. And you know what? Just before we hopped into this map, I had started thinking to myself, you know, I really want to talk up how Heat have moved away from, you know, we saw a lot of in the previous season where they kind of focus on one player and kind of needing them to show up. And, you know, on one map, it'll be Body, and then everyone else will be kind of lackluster. And then on another map, it'll be Joko, and then everyone else will be kind of lackluster. I mean, I even remember one map where Exercise was just nowhere on the planet until overtime. And then suddenly he just absolutely popped off. And I was really impressed that, you know, we weren't seeing that. On Inferno, it really felt like the whole team was coming together. Now, however, it really does feel like the Afro show. And Exercise and Body, as we said, just have not shown up yet. So this is going to be another one of those throwaway rounds. And hopefully they can start to claw their way back in on the next.
Have to wait and see if they're going to be able to do anything with this. 0505, man. I can't get that out of my head now. I have to agree. I mean, it's been a bit of an Afro show for their side. They've been acting a little bit YOLO in how they play. Let's see if that can change up here. They're going to be boosting up a player above the smoke. Joker's going to be peeking around the corner, spots out ahead, but JL spots him back. That's going to be a molly shot down that position. There is player in towards Jaguar. This could be them getting absolutely slapped. JL, how the hell did he manage to get that double kill? It's going to be one for Buzz as well, and Afro is going to be one of the last players left alive. Make that the last, but he can't hit these shots. And he's going to go and fall down to the wayside. 1 death away from 2 007s.
I don't think I've ever seen 2 007s. A part of me is a little excited, as toxic as that sounds.
I feel a little sick.
Geez. I'm concerned for Heat. I mean, this is a very different team from what we saw on Inferno, and this is their map pick. Like, I'm actually pretty blown away by how disjointed they look. This is one of their very best maps.
Like, the first part, it was kind of like, oh, they're just playing a little bit, like, YOLO, but now as we get further into the game, it's like, well, they've just given up too much, but lucky he's going to be able to get a kill. Still with a chance for the 2 007s, but I think that's going to change this round. I think they're like, no, this is just not going to happen. We can't allow that. But Body's going to be pushing in towards mid. If he peeks out there, he is going to be quickly torn to shreds by this AWP. Warrior 2K, he came into this game needing to show up, and he's done decently well so far. He's not done extraordinarily, not like Buzz, who's now on 10-2. Absolutely insane. Smoke is going to deny him that possibility. SDY is going to be playing with the devil here, as he's going to be pushing through. Flash is going to be making this fully work, and SDY picks up Exercise. That's 1 007, but Body denies the second. James Bond remains alone.
As it should be. Oh, geez, that's rough. I mean, they still have an advantage, at least in this round. And with Mad Lions having to all funnel in from the CT side, it's definitely doable. Very little util left for Mad Lions as well. Heat can bring this back.
Heat looking to peek out. He's going to be able to make this work. No, he's going to get taken down by Warrior 2K. Afro's going to be the last one left alive with the body, who's going to be coming in from a slightly different angle. So all we have to do is see some time getting taken down. Afro just has to stay alive momentarily. Body takes down Warrior 2K. This leaves it a 1-on-2 situation. JL's going to be in a good position to cut them down. He finds one, looks to find the second pistol. He's got a couple of bullets left. He can't do it. First round on the board, and Afro to clutch it out. And he's 7-6 at the moment with 2 kills that round.
I'm amazed that Afro gets that kill. Like, we saw a similar situation on Inferno when he's like kind of wedged in behind sandbags and he tries to go for a no-scope, pulls out the USP, just can't quite connect. And this was a very similar situation, and he's down on like 2 HP in a dream, and he manages to connect that kill, and that's massive. Yes, Heat lose almost their entire team in the process, but they do finally get themselves a point on the board. However, the fight's not over just yet. They don't have an ideal buy into this round. They know that Mad Lions are still sitting super pretty, but at least they've kept it expensive. If they can win this round, Mad Lions could be in a little bit of trouble into the next.
If they go down, that economy could start to look a little bit tired. But like I said, Mad Lions, they can get 9 rounds on the board. That'd be beautiful. I didn't think it was going to be possible, but sure, it's possible. Every round they take these kills, they take this win. It'd be interesting to see how they do on Dust 2, especially as we thought there was going to be a lot more convincing from Heat. But we're now going into the 8th round, 1 minute on the clock, and there's just so much damage done to Heat, and they've made decent progression. They managed to keep hold of a spot, but they've just lost the bomb. The trades are going to have to come through. JL is going to be able to find one as he peeks around the corner. Afro wasn't in position to stay alive any longer on that one. He was found. 3 versus 4. They can still make it work for them. There's a player going to be sneaking up behind them. Bro 2K's not spotted him. Exercise. He's coming up from behind. JL's going to spot him, but he's going to lose his life instead. Flash out on towards sight. Warrior's going to be missing the opportunity. A body gets the kill. Catches him off guard. They're starting to fall apart. SDY hits the ground, and now Buzz. He's going to come and see if he can land a couple of stinger shots here, but Mad Lions, or ex-Mad Lions, are going to be in a difficult spot. Going to be given over the second round to Heat. But Sam, is it enough for Heat to come back with?
I mean, off the back of this round, possibly so. I think that this was a great recovery from Heat, and that says a lot about this team. I spoke about what a tenacious team they are. So they start this round, and there's some crazy aggression from Mad Lions, which forces them to have to pull back. They lose 2 players, and they're in a really, really rough spot. Even the lurk from Exercise up through mid, I'm getting worried. I'm like, no ways. SDY is right there. Even if you try and wrap around, he's going to wrap behind you and he's going to catch you off guard. But it's actually Exercise who's able to get that first kill, and then the rest of the team are able to get into position, and they're able to kind of predict, obviously, someone's going to be coming from that way, and they managed to get the kill onto SDY as well. So really, really well recuperated towards the end of that round. And if that, you know, shows potential for a trend of things to come, then this could easily be the momentum swing in favor of Heat.
Momentum swing. Something we hear a lot. And to be honest, I believe in it. It definitely was a little bit of a cliche thing to say for a long time, but I'm glad to say that I think it's really sort of come back in a way. I used to use it all the time for old school versus pro with their plow they used to drive through teams, but we're going to have to see if Heat can come back from that loss of a player. They've got the momentum to do so. Ian Broke, because they've now got a huge amount of control. This could really shut them down, but trying to stop them from making this progression could be huge. Bomb players playing the aggressive position in towards mid. Flash is going to be coming out, peeking towards mid. Nope, not going to happen, but in from Donut is coming out. TM Bro from above finds one. Can he find the second? Heat deckhand, and that's the bomb drop. That is round pretty much over. There's just no way you're going to be able to make this work for you. The bomb is lost in a dire situation, and Buzz finds a hedge onto Exercise. Not the kill. Still that damage. They've got 110 HP across 2 players. That is going to make this fairly gnarly.
I'm really impressed with Mad Lions' ability to adapt as well. You know, round after round, they change up their approach, and they're able to kind of just keep Heat on their toes consistently. Heat win 2 rounds, and Mad Lions are like, that's all you get. They change things up a little bit. They read into HEET's approach, and they're able to pretty adequately counter it. They're going to get themselves a 7-2. And I mean, we've been here before. It was 7-2, I believe, in favor of HEET on Inferno. And that lead just grew and grew and grew. HEET are now finding themselves in a really tough spot to try to turn it back around.
That was after time. He's going into this next round. I'm fairly certain that was after time, and he goes into this with no extra cash, which is a little bit painful. It might have just been on the dot. I'm not quite sure how much money he had to start with, to be fair on that front, so we'll have to wait and see. But, I mean, yeah, 7-2 is very much like a flip side of like what happened in the previous game. So I'm interested to see if they're going to be able to try and counter this play from Mad Lions. And this is just a completely different game from them on a map that wasn't their pick. Buzz, he's been playing up his mind. 12-4. He's carrying some of the other players. I mean, Warrior's not doing fantastic, but he's got 5-6, but mainly because he's not had the opportunity to get a shot in edgewise. Jericho, he's going to be in a dangerous position to see if he peeks too aggressive, and he tries pushing through the smoke. He's going to get found now. Buzz, he's going to get a couple of extra kills here, I imagine. As soon as the smoke dissipates or fades, they're going to be going in for the peak. He should get a couple of shots off, and that should be fairly nice and tidy for him. Flash is going to be coming out over towards him. This could make the difference. Or not. They actually decide against it. They might go in a little bit more quieter here, which is an interesting approach. Quite often at times, you do find one player holding on to this site. He's going to be completely blinded. He is going to do a little bit of damage, but no kill. I expected very different. Y2K is quick on the rotation to come through on this front, but misses his opportunity to kill the player crossing on over towards tunnels. But SDY is going to be here. It takes body, looking to cross on over, and it's going to be a quick clean sweep for them to find out the final couple of players. The bomb does go down, so extra money in the bank.
It's at least something. I think on an eco round like that, it's the best you can really hope for, and they do manage to get a kill onto Buzz, so at least they got that going for them, but it doesn't really matter. Look at their cash. They are trust fund kids at this point. Oh, wait, I said I wasn't going to say that anymore because I got yelled at. I can't remember what I changed it to. I'll have to try and remember. But yeah, I mean, they've got so much cash in the bank. I don't think they even know what to do with all of it. The AWP is going to come back out again, and it's still Warrior 2K on it as well, which I find very, very interesting because we know how good JL is on it as well. But yeah, okay, Warrior 2K. Sometimes just the presence of an AWP can do so much to deter. What?
R.I.P. That was not going to be a good look on them. He got burnt alive because there's Molly in front of Molly behind him. It's going to be Lucky going in for the spray. He finds one. Can he get the spray transfer? He couldn't, but the damage on Teambro does come through. And honestly, just being able to get that one kill is so needed. As soon as you can take one of the CTs down, it's brilliant body. He's like, oh, you got an AWP? I don't care. Swings out, gets the headshot. That's the confidence we need to see. Exercise got a couple of kills on the board. Remember, we were looking at a double 007 rather, lineup for these two players, and it came true for Exercise, but they've both come back alive. This could be the fourth round they need, but they're gonna have to get past SDY in this confrontation. Exercise in towards the mid position. They could take them down though. Teambro gets the trade very far off, gets the AWP, and now they have to go in for the retake as the A site should get taken momentarily.
They've managed to make this very close, but look at this rotation from Buzz all the way around. There's potential here for a very strong pin set. They just have to time this really well. And TMB, despite the fact that he's only on 2 HP, he's getting a little aggressive here.
He's playing it very smartly here. The fact that he actually delayed the bomb going down because they didn't want to risk crossing, and then they waited. The grenade came back. They had to cross back over so they didn't die. Buzz from behind. He's going to be putting these guys down. It's going to be Afro who falls. And now it's only 2 players. And, I mean, combined, they've only got just over 50 HP. Insinuate Grenade's going to go down. They may well be able to wallbang this, but can they from the right position? We're going to have to wait and see. Let's see one go back around. Going for the wall spam. He's missing this player. Once again, this wallbang is going to be failing them. He's going to have to reload going for the spam again, but he's missing it. He's missing every single shot. He can't do it. TMB He had 7 HP and he gets the wallbang. Or Buzz does at least.
That's the second time that we've seen an attempt at a post plant and a wallbang on the B site just go completely awry for HEET. And a lot of that has to do with that flank that comes in. I was a little concerned because it looked for a moment like Timbro was going to YOLO onto site. And luckily, he doesn't do that. He waits until Buzz is in position, which I find that a lot of teams tend to get really impatient with that, and they don't wait for their player in position, and it basically costs them the round. The fact that he does wait for Buzz to get into position and Buzz is able to get that first opening kill completely opens it up for them and makes it really easy to retake and gain control of the site again. That was a great round for Mad Lions. And again, it's that adaptability that I was talking about a little bit earlier on. I'm really happy to see them performing that little bit better than what we saw previously. On the flip side, HEET still going to be able to buy in here, but slowly whittling away what little reserves they have in terms of cash. Oh man, and they've already lost Joker.
Afro, even though he's flash, is going to be able to get that trade off, but honestly, it's a bit of a bad sign, and Lucky's going to be trapped by his lonesome body and coat. Look at it, try and chime in, get the help on him. They don't go for any kind of wall bangs. It's an interesting situation, but you know what? They've had some bad luck with those wall bangs when they've depended on them, so I can understand why they're not looking to do so in this one. Looks like it could be a B hit rather, but at the end of the day, I'm not really going to call this too early. There's lots of different things they could do. Exercise gets a kill onto Buzz in towards the Donut. Second one's going to be coming through. He gets some damage, but not the kill. Exercise falls down. This could be an interesting A spot if they manage to go for that. Team Bro has very low HP, 41. If he has to hold against the multiple, that is going to be a little bit painful. Body. Maybe looking to try and find an entry into this site. Clean out Dragger right here.
Ooh, make a little bit of noise. I like that.
Yeah, it's a good bait, you know, but is it going to work? That's the question. You see the two other players going off towards Donut. There is a smoke over there, so that gives some kind of indication. So splitting the party is definitely an interesting situation to go for. Body's going to wait on the other side of the smoke. A very brave decision to do, but it's actually super smart. Team Bro, he's in an interesting situation here. He knows they're going to be up towards this part. Body gets the kill. They make it work. The slow cooker, Sam. Waiting on the other side of that smoke from Body. That was brilliant.
So Exercise's mid presence has been a little bit of a thorn in Mad Lions' side, and that's just another round where they do manage to get that right. The smoke into Donut is thrown from the other side of mid towards the B site, you know, towards Cheetah, and then it lands, and there's no one there to actually see it from Mad Lions, so it provides them a perfect amount of cover, and the patience that they display after faking a little bit over on B is exceptional. But now look at this aggression from Mad Lions. It's not something unusual or extremely unusual from them, and they've taken so much map control here. HEET actually find themselves locked down.
The issue with this is that if you look at the utility, one smoke left. This opens up a massive execution potential for the opposition side. You can take as much of this land as you want, but you're going to have to survive to do so. Team Bro and his teammate, though, are going to be able to slaughter them. Afro through the smoke is going to be able to get the kill on him, though. Decent trade-off, but was it worth it? Another grenade's going to be coming through. That could find the kill. Doesn't quite, but still, it's about 12 damage to Joker there. And he's going to have to rotate with the rest of his teammates. And now they get to use their utility. And Buzz, he's going to be looking to slaughter them down. He managed to find one kill. The peek from Body is going to be coming through. Flash as well. An opposition doesn't really do anything here to delay the inevitable shot from Afro. Finds two so far this round. The only one to get any kills on his side. They're going to be able to get their way in here, but it's a little bit too late. SDY is in position to be able to play aggressive behind this smoke. They still have a singular smoke and flash on their side. Grenade on side Joko. He's going to have to try and find use out of that. This boost is going to work out. No, he looks away in at the wrong moment. JLL is alive, but he's going to get taken down. Fantastic position, and now they can go in for the plant. The aggressive push has to come out from the opposition. He knows where one of them is. And he's going to guarantee a kill from their side as he goes in for the YOLO jump, as we know all too well he loves. Roko's going to be in a difficult position. He finds one, looking to go in for the second one. It's going to be 81 HP on this player, and he just snaps onto the head, and SDY. Well played.
Honestly, Afro's flicks have been incredible throughout both of these series, but unfortunately, just not enough. HEET's post plants have not been great. You know, most of the time when they do manage to get the plant down, they wind up losing the round. And I think that, you know, an ineffective post plant is probably one of the worst things that you can have as a Counter-Strike team. So hopefully they can kind of pull that in a little bit. But we're running out of time. Again, we find ourselves 10-3, exactly what we saw on Inferno. but in reverse. Heat floundering. We're probably going to see that map 3, Tom, but not in the way we'd expected.
No, this is an absolute slaughter, and Heat have just been crumbling under the pressure of X-Mad Lions, who have taken this nervous energy they came into Inferno with and flipped it on its head. Buzz, he's come alive. SDY, you can just see him slaughtering them. Save JL as well, and TM Bro, he's been a solid player as well. And he's going to be playing aggressive, looking to try and get this spot, but unfortunately behind him, there's going to be another one. SDY plays aggressive, gets the trade, but unfortunately falls by the wayside. Buzz is going to be able to get a kill on towards Exercise. He's going to have Joko, last player left alive, pushing up against him as well. Don't know if he's going to be realizing that in a player like this is going to be playing balls to the wall. He has nothing else to lose. He has to do something here. This is the 14th round. You get to be seeing Mad Lions going into the second half with 11 rounds, and I just don't know if he's going to be able to pull it back from that. Not being playing together as a team. Joko, he's only got a few kills on his side, and he's just not really being the effective player that we know he could be. Smoker's going to go down, but honestly, he's going to get surrounded in a couple of seconds here, but he has to find some kills. Goes in for the spray, but he's only got a couple of bullets left in the mag. 9 to be precise. Waro, he's waiting for the plant, but it doesn't come through. He backs off. JL, it's just like, thanks.
I don't know how Heat recover from this. They've got so little cash to work with in this round. So again, you got to have that trade-off, you know? Do you go for bigger guns and sacrifice some of that util? Do you sacrifice your guns and so that you've got a little bit more to play off of? Do you split the difference, which it seems they're going to be going for here with the potential hero AK? It is pause at the moment, so likely attack pause because, well, Heat really do need it at this point. It's been really rough going. And I mentioned this a little bit earlier on, but they really do feel quite disjointed. But I think that that's accentuated by the fact that Mad Lions are looking so much more coordinated than what they had on Inferno. This looks like a team that actually really understands Ancient. One of the big things that I've been enjoying watching has been how they take such decisive map control. Yeah, okay, sometimes Exercise has been a little bit of a thorn in their side over in mid, or there's been an interesting flank that kind of catches them off guard a little bit, but for the most part, look at this again, this deep push out of mid to make sure that there's nothing really happening there. They're somewhat pincering in Heat again and making it really difficult for them to find a position to leverage from.
And Team Bro put the pressure into this spot as well. Even though he goes down, he gets the information, gets some damage. Play advantage over to the side of Heat, but at this point in time, you can take that kind of risk for the informational play, but Body takes the head off JL. For a 2K AWP player. One of the least effective players on his team at the moment, but the kills he has had have been big. The kill on Afro was crucial for them to try and secure this game. SD1 missed the opportunity, but it's going to be a collat. I talked about crucial AWP kills, and he's going to be coming through to prove me right. Flicks up, misses it, but the deagle comes out and gets the double tap on the opposition. And now it's going to be Joko, who is like, what the hell's happened? Who are going to be winning this? Now he's going to try and do it.
Absolutely devastating.
He's going to try and do it by himself again. Last round, we saw him flounder and lose out. Now he's got to try and get over towards the other side. It is just very much in memory of that round. So he can go in for the plant, but the wallbangs can come through, or at least the pistol. Warrior 2K, I called him inefficient. He's going to be looking to prove me wrong here. The deagle comes out, single shot. That's going to be the 12th round on the board here for the side of X Mad Lions. GG, well played for them for this first half. We're going to hop back into a break, and we'll be back momentarily for the second half of the second match.
Well, 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 how the turns table. A 12-3 half for Mad Lions. Exactly what we saw on Inferno, but in reverse. Heat just have not stepped up to the table. The Mad Lions players we pointed out have stepped up, and Heat have fallen off a cliff.
Head first. See if they're going to be able to grow some wings and see if they can find their way out of this darkness at the moment. But Afro is going to be in a difficult spot. SDY is going to be able to slam straight onto his head. Exercise. He went 007 last game. Full James Bond. Now he's going to have to come into this and try to recover. Not hitting those initial shots, though. It's not going to be a good sign. Roy 2K and his teammates rotating on over towards B. They're going to be dedicated onto this. There's going to be one person to try and defend against it, and a retake scenario is going to be hard, but not impossible. Joker's going to be able to find one. He's looking to try and double his kills here. That's not going to be too difficult. He's not got too many of them, and they're going to line up for him, but he can't hit the shots. Runs out of bullets. Doesn't matter. Now, Lucky and Exercise, last two players left alive. The headshots going to be coming out left, right, and center. He has to push forward. Pulls up a Glock. 20 bullets in his mag. Two players left, and one of these players. And it doesn't matter. Like, Warren's going to be able to find a double kill. The P250, too strong.
My heart goes out to Heat. After their performance on Inferno, it's heartbreaking to see them just not performing. And as much as they're now on that CT side, they still needed a little bit more of a buffer on the T half.
They had to win that round.
It's for real. And then, of course, there's the pistol round that comes into it as well, as you mentioned. This is going to create a huge snowball for Mad Lions.
Starting with Body. I got slaughtered by the MAC-10. Grenade's going to be coming out, but honestly, a little bit lackluster. Exile's going to have to hit a triple headshot there. It doesn't work out. And, well, that's going to be three players to try and go in for a retake with a Deagle, MP9, and a Scout. Not really the storybook finish that you'd be looking for. So they're going to be going into the 14th round here, Sam, with very little.
Better than a kick in the teeth, as my dad says. And it does feel somewhat like Heat are getting a little bit kicked in the teeth at the moment. I actually don't mind that they're holding onto their weaponry here, because, of course, this was quite the force for them. Particularly, with them being on that CT side, it's going to be that much more difficult to build up an econ. But Mad Lions chasing them down here. This is brutal.
It makes sense. They want to try and shut down their economy early on. Any kind of recovery of weapons into the next round is going to be good for them. But Avro, he's playing dangerously. Just back off. But he doesn't. He's going to get punished for it. Might even see Lucky getting found, but he's got his clover in his hand at the moment. Stays alive going into the next round. But honestly, ex-Mad Lions have been playing out of their mind right now, especially considering, obviously, we said they could either flourish or flail kind of in this scenario where they get dropped by their signed team. And first game, they floundered. Second game, they're currently flourishing.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with that resurgence. And I think we have to just mention that, of course, it is the coupling of Mad Lions really stepping it up and the Heat players looking a little lackluster. It's now Heat that are definitely floundering here. Body, however, looking to flourish.
Well, Body's going to fall down. Unfortunately, not going to be able to do anything. The MP9 still managed to do so much damage on Lucky. That's going to be good, but the Deagle from Joko, he has to push up behind him, but the flash from his own teammate is going to be screwing him. He gets tagged down a little bit. That sound is going to get heard. They're going to be going in for the chase, but the headshot's going to be coming out. Joko's going to be looking alive. Can't find the second one if he could. That could be the change they needed, but Exercise going to get found in mid. I predicted that one way too early, but it was too obvious. TM right. Alive. Afro is looking to try and push through the smoke. Honestly, just balls the walls, push through. Jail is actually pre-aiming that spot. He's going to back off. He's going to be able to stay alive, but only just. His head was found. Oh, actually, sorry, Jail goes down. It was Buzz that managed to get that kill.
Yeah, a couple of kills on the board here for Heat as well. In another universe, I'd be like, yeah, that's pretty cool. But unfortunately, we're on match point. And they haven't been able to build up any semblance of an economy. I'm calling it. It's map 3. And that's like the most tepid take I've ever had. Heat, it's going to take a miracle to come back into this.
See if they're going to be able to do exactly that. Grenade's going to be coming through. They had an early aggression towards mid, but unfortunately for them, they're going to get shot down. SDY flicks onto 2, takes them easily. Pretty much zero contention there. He just found it too easy. They're going to push towards B Bro goes in for the spray, finds one, looks for the second. He hunts for it. He's hungry. Wants to get some extra ADR on the board, some extra kills, and exercise in a 1v5. Honestly, I don't think it's going to happen. He can find one. Now they know where he is. It's too easy. Second match